Defining mouse control is crucial in finding the appropriate connecting factors that strengthen the discipline, as well as its role in overall gameplay performance. User Demon MX commented, "How do I improve my mouse control in general? Why is it after 2 months of consistent aim training, I had a tracking high score that I peaked on, but 3 months after of playing Fortnite and Valorant, I came back and broke it on day 1. Well, the simple answer is you were still aim training, quote unquote, but you were just playing a game. Playing a game is still aim training in a sense, just not as intense and consistent. Let's go more in depth on this. Although there are many research on this, I'd like to mention one done by the Natural Institute of Health. The research states, our results support the idea that wakeful rest plays just as important a role as practice in learning a new skill. It appears to be the period when our brains compress and consolidate memories of what we just practiced. After learning this, we can see why when we take breaks, whether longer or shorter, has a substantial positive effect on our ability to retain new information. To put this into practice, something I personally do when aim training is take 5 to 10 minute breaks in between 30 to 45 minute training intervals. When on these breaks, I tend to lay my palm flat on my desk, stretching my tendons and allowing them to relax. When fighting an enemy in game, there's no reason to have high tension the entire time you're fighting. Instead, focus on key moments of tension. We use high tension to flick, medium to change direction while tracking, and low to maintain a target making slight direction changes or moving in one direction. By adopting this perspective, you can verbally assign values to how you should be aiming based on the situation. These changes in tension are not black and white. They succeed each other through a gray area. Negative effects of high tension in respect to aiming include jittery tracking, overflicking and or underflicking, and shaky flick stops. Staying mindful of which muscle groups you're using for various purposes while aiming will habituate proper tension zoning. When I say tension zoning, I mean using the proper zones of your arm to make certain movements. Imagine your arm, from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertips. The further down you go, the more precise that muscle is in practice. When you need to do a 180 flick, use your arm initially, then your wrist to slow, fingers to correct the last bit in combination with your wrist. I personally believe that tension management is a large portion of what differentiates good aim from great aim. To tense your muscle is the same as using your muscle. So in having great tension management, you're learning to use your muscles efficiently overall. When it comes to raw physical skill, that's what mouse control is. The efficient use of our muscles in our arms and so on. I also want to mention mental tension, which directly translates into physical tension. I think aim trainers are exceptionally helpful with this as well. Aimers are constantly shooting targets that are flying, strafing, and so on. So when it comes to whether something causes us to tense up due to what I'd call the "oh damn, what the hell is that movement" factor, it's suppressed pretty quickly because we're attuned to it. In this respect, aim training not only helps with physical tension, but mental tension as well. In conclusion, I think mouse control is the proper use of our muscles and tendons in combination with mental factors, a skill we learn over time through aim training and playing aim-related games. In other words, I think mouse control is the true definition of muscle memory. You can find the link for the study mentioned in the description below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.